We're taking a live look over the campus of Michigan State University, where today leaders in Spartan athletics talked about the rapidly evolving world of college sports and how MSU plans to keep pace. The Lansing Chamber of Commerce hosted Spartan head football coach Pat Fitzgerald and athletic director Jay Batt at the Lansing Economic Club this afternoon. Good evening. I'm Ann Emmerich.
And I'm David Andrews. News 10's Braden Willis was there and had the chance to ask those Spartan leaders about name, image, and likeness money for student athletes and the future of Spartan athletics. Braden joins us now from the newsroom. Braden.
Yes, Ann and David. In addition to NIL and proposals for a new stadium district, I talked to Michigan State Athletic Director Jay Batt about Spartan Ventures. That's a new initiative that he calls rocket fuel for the program's future. Take a look.
Spartan Media Ventures is a vehicle that provides the, let's just say, rocket fuel for our Spartan Ventures concept.
Universities are venturing into uncharted waters with name, image, and likeness deals, allowing athletes to earn money while still in school. That's why Athletic Director Jay Batt says Michigan State University is launching Spartan Ventures.
Spartan Ventures seeks to optimize our current revenue streams. It seeks to find new and different revenue streams to support our athletics department in a way in which it allows it to compete at an elite level.
Some MSU trustees have raised concerns about transparency, saying they've been asked to sign non-disclosure agreements. Batt says confidentiality is simply part of competing.
If Coach Fitzgerald decides to come up with the winning play for the 2-minute drive, we're not going to share that on the internet. Maintaining confidentiality around our commercial operation also provides for an important competitive advantage in the marketplace.
MSU is also considering 3 proposals for a new stadium district to increase revenue and make MSU more attractive for athletes.
Yeah, facilities, either you have them or you don't. And so when you have them, you've got an opportunity to compete for the highest and brightest guys.
Spartan Ventures and its for-profit subsidiary, Spartan Media Ventures, are expected to officially launch July 1st. MSU has not given a timeline for a decision on the stadium district proposals, but you can find photos of those proposals on our website. David, back to you.
All right, Braden, thank you. Some Michigan State University trustees say they hope to further discuss the Spartan Ventures project at their June board meeting. They want to voice concerns over a lack of transparency and the trustees' oversight of university programs.